In 2005, the public broadcaster came under fire from the Zulu Kingdom for using the catchphrase Yamampela for then popular SABC 1 rebranding campaign. Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini's complaint that the word constituted improper use of the Zulu language led to the SABC ditching the phrase. Recently, broadcasting veterans have echoed the late Zulu monarch's sentiment, saying the use of proper language in broadcasting is deteriorating.
It would seem as if these days people are starting to ignore our indigenous languages. People think that our languages carry no value, they've got no value. And it is very important that every citizen in the country, irrespective of culture, so we need to preserve our own languages.
I think it's still very important for us to teach these young ones their mother tongue or African languages. But the leader in this can be the Department of Education, our National Department of Education, if they can take this up and make it a point that these languages are taught in all schools.
I am so happy and proud of Izimajila for the manner in which he acquitted himself as a news presenter and representing the Setswana language.
Radio Setswana ke simolotse ka 1969.
He says, I started work at the SABC from 1969 until 1992. He says he was responsible for overseeing the whole production from news, current affairs to lifestyle programs. They also criticized the PANSALB African Language Board for failing to preserve the use of proper language in broadcasting.
Our presenters in the studios say whatever they want to say in whatever language they want to say. That is the problem. Now, I don't think, there is monitoring with radio specifically. I don't think there is anybody who's monitoring, the language, the purity of language that is being used on air. That is the problem that we are realizing these days.
To tackle this, the PANSALB African Language Board says it's working with Google to make previously marginalized indigenous languages available online.
We've got a program that we're working with Google, and we're actually encouraging radio stations, especially our public broadcaster as well, to ensure that data sets are made available, specifically for speech to text, so that it's only when these data sets are available can there actually be corpus developed around that. And we can then ensure that we work so that there's access. And as you know, most of our learners and scholars and young people embrace this.
PANSALB also appealed to the public to report any misuse of indigenous languages on any mass media platforms.
We view this in a very dire light, in that we're trying to avert a situation where any of our languages, especially our indigenous languages, regress. Languages can only develop if they are actually used. So the clarion call is for us to appreciate all of our 12 official languages. Secondly, a concomitant set of actions needs to occur where we ensure that these languages find expression in the form of books, in the form of monolingual dictionaries.
Despite this, producers at the SABC say the use of casual language on lifestyle shows help improve ratings.
For a show to grow, have enough audience to attract revenue, you need to have a target market. So the informal language in lifestyle shows is justified because that's how the majority of the people talk.
PANSALB says it will continue to fulfill its mandate of preserving and protecting indigenous languages. Offenses Timo, SABC News, Tabazimbi.